Because that baby is not my son.
Here's the thing that she does.
It is.
Here's the
sorry.
That's a lie.
Yes,
That's a lie.
First of all, she's a liar because you just had a wild sex party that got shut down by the police station last week.
Hello?
No, ma'am.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Hoes in this
That
house.
is not true.
Why is your neighbors complaining about the sex that goes on in your household?
There was no sex going on.
This psycho grandma didn't just show up. She exploded in, suing for $1,000 because baby Elijah's too white. Is this a courtroom or a Klan rally with better lighting?
Ms. McBirth, you petitioned the court for a DNA test to prove your son, Kakitho Hughes, is not father of Miss Jackson's 2-year-old son, Elijah Jackson. You're suing Miss Jackson for $1,000 for defamation of character because you claim she posted comments on social media claiming you and your family are deadbeats.
Not holding back 1 ounce of venom, Grandma McBirth unleashes her unholy trinity of insults for Ms. Jackson. Trash, trouble, and trifler. Can a human being even survive such legendary, soul-crushing shade?
This woman is trouble. She is trouble with a capital T. She, as a matter of fact, I call her the 3 T's. Trash, trouble, and trifling. That's what she is. The little boy looks nothing like my son, any member of my family.
Her evidence, you ask with bated breath? Baby Elijah is white as snow, with absolutely zero chocolate detected by her expert, red, delusional eye. Is this woman a geneticist or just spectacularly, undeniably racist?
And you say the child looks nothing like your son.
That baby white as snow. There's no way that could be my grandchild or my son's baby. He has no features like none of us. Nobody in my family look like that.
Maybe because he is so white?
Because he all the white. He ain't got no black in him. Everything I see got powder puff on it. I don't see no chocolate nowhere, okay?
No, ma'am.
Then Auntie Terrell, not to be outdone in the crazy department, swoops in like a rabid vulture, calling Ms. Jackson a vampire and a mere snack cake. Will the judge just order a psych eval for this whole damn train wreck family already?
This DNA right here has been in our life. She's never was a girlfriend. You are a vampire. You are just a fly-by-night. We didn't know anything about you. He's been in a relationship for 10 years.
In 10 years?
Babies
He's been
by
in a relationship
another
for 2
woman,
years,
and
for 10
those
years.
are my grandchildren.
All she basically was for him was a snack cake on the side of his meal.
As if that wasn't enough, Auntie then accuses Ms. Jackson of a police-busted wild nyan party complete with a live tone-deaf "Ho in this house" serenade. Is this paternity court or Mardi Gras gone horribly wrong?
She's a liar because you just had a wild sex party that got shut down by the police station last week.
No, ma'am.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Hoes in this house.
Why is your neighbors complaining about the sex that goes on in your household?
There was no sex going on.
In a moment of hypocrisy so staggering it could win awards, Grandma actually admits her own son's a trifling disaster too, but shrugs it off because he's my son. Will her blatant, infuriating nonsense finally make Judge Lake's head literally explode?
Miss McBirth, I have to ask you, you're very tough on Miss Jackson. Do you have anything to say about your son's behavior?
My son I know exactly what type of person he is. He just as trifling as she is. He's a handsome guy. He's my son, and I know what he do.
Just seeing a photo of her precious son kissing baby Elijah makes Grandma gag, literally wanting to throw up. Can her delicate stomach or her paper-thin case actually handle the truth bomb that's about to detonate?
When you look at this picture,
it makes me want to throw up.
It seems like your son is kissing the baby. It makes you want to throw up.
It makes me want to throw up.
Why? For your son to be kissing an innocent child?
Because it's not his.
It doesn't matter, really, if he's showing the child love.
It's not his.
Plot twist supreme. Alleged dad, Mr. Hughes, bless his quiet heart, calmly reveals he's biracial because his own father is white. Has Grandma's entire racist, hate-fueled charade just spectacularly collapsed in on itself?
Do you believe you are Elijah's father?
I just gave him the benefit of the doubt because I'm biracial. My father's white, so.
That child is not my son.
But wait, there's more science. Now it's Nosebridgegate. Grandma fanatically swears her grandbabies are uniquely, genetically bridgeless, but Elijah dares to possess one. Is this her smoking gun? Or just peak, certifiable delusion?
You don't look like nobody
all
I know.
my grandbabies don't have a bridge on their nose. That little boy got a bridge. Grandchildren all look alike. Every last one.
All his kid.
We're looking at the bridge of the nose.
Right.
And you're saying none of those match.
None of those match.
All of his
he doesn't
children
look
alike.
nothing like my son.
All of his kids, they look.
Little Elijah apparently calls other men daddy? Mom hilariously and desperately blames this phenomenon on tall, light-skinned guys with hats. Is this baby just easily bamboozled by headwear? Or is there a secret daddy army lurking?
Okay.
I heard her, it was about a month ago. I was coming home from work and I heard her tell another guy who was out in the parking lot. She told him, she said, Cash, come on with daddy. Come with daddy.
I've heard him call other dudes daddy, though.
Woo!
Tell the
But
truth.
he's
Tell the truth.
She makes it hard on herself, basically, because she caused
Exactly.
a lot of doubts in the situation.
Were you having your son Elijah call someone else daddy?
No, ma'am.
The moment of truth for two white baby Elijah is finally here. After all the nose bridge nonsense and racist color charts, will Grandma's bonkers theories be utterly annihilated by cold, hard, unforgiving science?
And whether Mr. Hughes is the father, Mr. Hughes, you are Elijah's father. Did she even tell you she was going into labor?
She called me that day and told me, and I told her I'd come up there in a little bit, okay? Well, my family went up there. I called her back, said, hey, I'm on my way. She told me not to bother.
Mr. Wheat passionately claims he's been robbed as a father to 19-year-old Sierra. But her mom, Ms. Greider, coldly states facts are facts, and he isn't her dad.
You filed your case because you claim you've been robbed as a father. You are desperate to prove to the defendant that you fathered her 19-year-old daughter. You want to make up for lost time. Ms. Greider, you say, as much as you would like plaintiff to be your daughter's biological father, facts are facts, and he isn't her dad.
Ms. Greider's legendary explanation for this paternity chaos. I was 19. I was young, dumb, and full of eggs, and I was doing me.
Because I was 19, I was young, dumb, and full of eggs, and I was doing me.
Young, dumb, and full of eggs and doing me. I don't think I've ever heard it explained like that.
The bombshell truth. Ms. Greider confesses she was sleeping with 4 different men when Sierra was conceived. Mr. Wheat was just a one-night stand from Texas Nightlife Club.
So how many guys were you with during the window of time your daughter was conceived?
4.
And Mr. Wheat is one of them.
Yes. One of them was my boyfriend. He was living with me at the time, and he went away. Mac had moved in with me. I met him through a mutual friend of all of ours. Yes, we were sleeping together. And then I went out to Texas Nightlife, had a one-night stand with him at that time.
In an act of baffling oversharing, she actually told all 4 men they could possibly be the father. This poor girl never stood a chance of a simple answer.
Who was with you when she was born?
Mac Ryder.
Ah, now I get it. Man you were with went through the process with you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Greider, who signs the birth certificate? Does anybody sign the birth certificate?
Yes, Your Honor. Mac Ryder did. And it's been on and off drama for 19 years.
But poor Mr. Wheat tried to visit baby Sierra at the hospital, only for Ms. Greider to cruelly tell him not to bother coming. Talk about being shut out.
Did she even tell you she was going into labor?
She called me that day and told me, and I told her I'd come up there in a little bit. My family went up there. I called her back, said, hey, I'm on my way. She told me not to bother.
Surprise guest, potential dad. Number 2, Mr. Mac Greider, the ex-husband who signed the birth certificate and named Sierra after their beloved Chevy truck, is in court.
Mac Greider is here, and he believes he could be Sierra's father.
Yes, ma'am. I was there, went to the doctor appointment. I named her. I signed the birth certificate.
Sierra was born. You were there.
Yes, ma'am. I was in the doctor.
Signed the birth certificate.
Yes, ma'am.
You named her.
Yes, ma'am. After a Chevy truck.
Sierra, now 19 and in tears, just desperately wants to know who her real dad is after a lifetime of her mom's confusing possibilities.
Upset that I never knew who my real dad was.
And when you say you never knew,
Never.
you were always told that it was uncertain.
I've had a father figure throughout the years, and he's watched me grow up, and she kept on telling me that these could be the possibilities, and I just had to live with it until today. I'm trying to figure out who my dad is.
The first DNA results are in for Mr. Greider, the man who raised Sierra. Is he her biological father, or is this just the dramatic start of eliminating the 4 contenders?
The first result is for Mr. Greider. When it comes to 19-year-old Sierra Sloan, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Greider, you are not the father.
Now for Mr. Wheat, the man who's felt robbed for 19 years. After Mr. Greider was ruled out, are his decades of hope about to finally come true for Sierra?
And I saw you, Mr. Wheat, because once I said Mr. Greider was not the biological father, the weight even became heavier for you that, well, if he's not, that's even more probability that I could be. It has been determined by this court. Mr. Wheat, you are not the father.
But my mom, however, had told me on more than one occasion that she had DNA done between me and Mr. Seaton. She also told my grandmother, Karen, and when asked about the result, I contacted our local DNA centers and did some research, and they have no DNA on file.
Ms. Jessica Seaton hauls her own mother, Ms. McPeak, into court, screaming paternity fraud after a 30-year lie about her real dad.
You've brought your mother to court because you claim she committed paternity fraud and lied to you about the identity of your biological father. You were raised believing one man was your father, but are here to prove another is your dad. You've petitioned the court for a paternity test to finally prove the truth.
Mother McPeak ain't having it, viciously calling her estranged daughter Jessica a very cold-hearted person who just doesn't care who she hurts.
My daughter doesn't care who she hurts at all. She's a very cold-hearted person, and she just does not care who she hurts.
The bombshell that cracked this 30-year secret wide open. Jessica needed an emergency blood transfusion, and her presumed family, via dad Jesse Seaton, were not a match.
Back in 2011, I had complications and I needed a blood transfusion. My mom was supposed to make it to the hospital. She never showed up, whatever the reason was. So my grandmother and my Uncle Paul had both donated blood for the blood transfusion, and it came out they were not, either one of them wasn't a match. So they couldn't give me the blood.
Grandma Karen's ghost-written truth bomb. Okay, a letter. Her late son Jesse wasn't Jessica's dad. Mom Teresa was shacking up with Greg Bryson while pregnant.
It reads, I know my late son Jesse Seaton is not Jessica's father. Everyone in town knows that Teresa was with Greg while she was pregnant. I don't know why Teresa keeps denying it, which is Greg. When my son Jesse started dating Teresa, she was by Greg. My hopes for Jessica are that she will finally know the truth.
Jessica tearfully describes how the man who lovingly raised her, Jesse Seaton, tragically died believing she was his only precious daughter, a pain that still haunts her.
Jesse died when I was about 7.5, but from what I can remember, he was the perfect man, perfect dad. What hurts me the most is that this man died thinking that I was his only daughter. That right there alone hurts more than, the fact that I'm about to get results on whether or not Mr. Brighton or Mr. Seaton.
The lies keep piling up. Jessica accuses her mom of also faking a DNA test result years ago between her and Jesse Seaton. Did this woman ever tell the truth?
But my mom, however, had told me on more than one occasion that she had DNA done between me and Mr. Seaton. She also told my grandmother, Karen, and when asked about the results, I contacted our local DNA centers and did some research, and they have no DNA on file.
Mr. Bryson then drops a stunner. Years ago, McPeak kicked him out for Jesse Seaton, only to crawl back to him later, allegedly confessing, "This child I'm carrying, it belongs to you."
Even though Jesse Seaton's on the birth certificate, I can guarantee you I'm the girl's father because she knows it. I come home from work, middle of Thanksgiving, there was all my stuff sitting outside. It's snowing. I'd already paid the bills, and people across the street let me move in. She had come over several times and told me to my face, I am sorry that I made a mistake, did what I did to Jesse. This child I'm carrying, it belongs to you.
But wait, there's more. Bryson accuses Ms. McPeak of juggling 4 men back in the day, needing multiple men for multiple things. This just gets messier.
Did you think you were the only one she was having?
Oh, no, Your Honor. There were several other men she had been with. I found this out later on, but, it's,
How many men did you find out she was with?
4. But, it's the kind of thing, without being rude to anybody and anybody taking anything offensively, there are those people that need multiple men for multiple things.
Judge Lake holds the envelope that will rewrite Jessica's entire identity. Is her biological father her beloved late dad, Jesse Seaton, or the absolutely certain Mr. Bryson?
It has been determined by this court. The biological father is Mr. Bryson.
Thank you.
I got married, which I shouldn't have. Just understand me, I'm sorry. I don't see you or get to talk to you, but I have to be miserable, no Kadeem. Then you write back, Mr. Ward, when I'm done with this, you can have all my time and you can have it now. I just want to get this divorce and be done with her.
Ms. Norville drags Mr. Ward and his brand new wife, of just 2 weeks, to court for baby Jacqueline, blaming the wife for his sudden paternity denial.
Ms. Norville, you summoned the defendant and his wife to court to prove that he fathered your 7-month-old daughter, Jacqueline. You say his denial stems from his immature wife, and you're here to set them straight.
Because prior to him marrying the defendant, the person he's known that he knew for 2 weeks, he never denied it.
She came with receipts, Norville dramatically reveals texts from Ward, sent last night from his hotel with his wife, whining, "I got married, which I shouldn't have. I'm sorry."
He just texted me last night. But that's Mrs. Ward. You understand what I mean? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to get married.
Do you have in your hand?
The text message from him last night while he was in the hotel room with his wife.
The texts get even juicier. Ward allegedly told Norville, "When I'm done with this marriage, you can have all my time. I just want to get this divorce."
I got married, which I shouldn't have. Just understand me, I'm sorry. So that means what? I don't see you or get to talk to you, but I have to be miserable, no Kadeem. Then you write back, Mr. Ward, when I'm done with this, you can have all my time and you can have it now. I just want to get this divorce and be done with her.
Plot twist upon plot twist. Ms. Norville admits she kicked Ward out while pregnant with Jacqueline because her other EX needed me. This web is tangled.
We moved into an apartment together. Not even a week later, she's kicking me out, telling me she cheated on me. So it's like...
Honestly, I pushed him away because my ex, he needed me. And I felt obligated.
And if that wasn't enough, Ms. Norville drops another bombshell. She's pregnant again by Mr. Ward right now, while he's freshly married to another woman.
Because he was married and I didn't want to deal with it.
What do that have to do with my child?
Honestly, he was married. I'm just over it. And I'm pregnant now. I'm just over it. I'm over him. He's a liar.
Pregnant by Mr. Ward?
I didn't want to do that. And I'm pregnant now.
Surprise star witness, Kadeem's own mother, Carmelita Wilson, marches in, testifying for Ms. Norville and boldly declaring Jacqueline is her granddaughter.
State your name for the record.
My name is Carmelita Wilson.
Hi, Ms. Wilson. And you are what relationship to?
I'm Kadeem's mother.
And yet you are standing next to Ms. Norville.
Yes, I am.
All right. Can you please tell the court why you're choosing to testify on the side that is opposing your son?
Because Jacqueline, that's my granddaughter.
Then Grandma Wilson unleashes a mega bomb about her new daughter-in-law. Mr. Ward's new wife allegedly cheated for 7 months of their barely year-long marriage.
For my son to deny her because he say she cheated. Well, his wife cheated for 7 months. They only been married a year. So basically she cheated through the whole marriage.
Mr. Ward sheepishly admits he also doubted his wife's baby, Kadeem Jr., because her affair text went all the way back to January, when that baby was conceived.
So I was at work, someone was telling me something, because you know when you love somebody, you know if somebody doing wrong, you can feel it. Go home, I grabbed the phone, went through it. What do you know? I seen a message right there, boom, right in my face. When I seen that, it went all the way back to January. I like, dang, it was a long time, you know what I'm saying, for you to be talking to this person, you know, pulling up to my house every time I go to work, was cheating on me.
Was cheating.
Hold your breath for this one. Ms. Norville then announces she's not just pregnant again by Mr. Ward, she's pregnant with twins. This man is a baby-making machine.
And she's saying that it's your husband's baby again.
Twins, my
is more evident. Oh,
twins, baby.
Oh,
ready.
You said twins?
Twins.
Yes, ma'am.
The DNA results for baby Jacqueline are finally here. After secret texts, new wives, other babies, and now twins on the way. Is Mr. Ward her father?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Ward, you are the father.
Yes, I knew.
I found out I was pregnant when I moved back when Ian sent me money to come back. And this is his exact words. Oh, I'm gonna send you the money to come back so we could be a happy family and this and that. And
did he know you had had the one night stand with somebody else?
yeah, he knew, because I told him.
18-year-old Ms. Currington swears her 42-year-old ex, Kim Larson, begged her for baby Kawera. They kept trying and trying. Now he denies her.
It makes me feel pissed off, because we planned this baby.
Planned the baby?
Yes, we did.
What was said?
He wanted to have a baby by me, and that was that. And we kept trying and trying.
His explosive defense? He's got a new girlfriend and claims Currington is a player and unpredictable who plotted this whole baby situation to trap him.
Yes, because I'm in another relationship.
Mr. Kim Larson, you deny this baby. You say this baby's not yours.
Yes, Honor. I can explain that to you. She's a player. She's unpredictable. She played a game with my emotion. She plotted.
The great no protection debate. She screeches he don't believe in condoms. He fires back that she swore she was on birth control. Who's telling the truth here?
Were you using protection?
No.
Then you were planning to have a baby.
Your Honor.
No, you told me.
He said he don't believe in condoms.
But you told me you was on birth control.
Oh.
Yes.
Enter Kim Larson's disapproving daughter. who viciously calls Currington a predator who took advantage of my dad and be messing around in the streets.
I know these types of women. They prey men like this, like kind-hearted, very openly, and she took advantage of my dad. We don't even know if it's, if that's my dad's baby because she be messing around in the streets. So how are we supposed to know for sure if that's my dad's baby or not? So that's why we here.
Their sketchy first encounter. At a hotel, he was desperately searching for his then girlfriend. Ms. Currington sweetly offered to help him look, secretly hoping he wouldn't find her after spotting his nice car.
I met Ian at the hotel. He came in, he approached me and asked me if I'd seen his girlfriend at that time. And I said no, but I would help you look for her. Yeah, I seen her pull up in that nice car. I'm like, who is that? So to find out he come in here looking for his girlfriend.
Oh, you saw him pull up before he even got in the hotel. Look at him get out his little cute car. And you thought he was handsome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
He shamelessly admits being instantly attracted to her thickness when she paraded around in booty shorts. She happily admits taking his money and cars because he likes black women.
Oh, he was giving an arrangement out. He was giving out benefits.
Yes.
And you were taking them.
Yes, because he said he liked black women.
Oh, and so you had thought you found yourself a nice little sugar daddy, little older man that was gonna do for you and your son.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to follow along, see how far she go with this.
Within days, she claims, or mere weeks, he says, she had already shacked up in his place, joyriding in his car, while her cousins and maybe an extra boyfriend partied it up.
She moved at my place.
Within 2 weeks.
Because we
I
bonded.
moved at his place 2 days later and drove his car after I met him at the hotel. He had me drive his car. He he was giving it to me like that.
She had her cousins up in there.
Also, my neighbor been calling me saying that she had multiple guys in my house. Whoever, I don't know what to believe.
Plot twist. After their messy breakup, he got evicted. She had a one-night stand in Indiana, only for he himself to send her money to come back and be a happy family.
Between that time when she was pregnant, she was with this guy pretty much through the whole term.
And I'm still is.
Yeah,
Getting
she
married
still
too,
is.
September 1st. And he's been taking care of her throughout this whole journey. I found out I was pregnant when I moved back, when Ian sent me money to come back. And this is his exact words. Oh, I'm gonna send you the money to come back so we could be a happy family and this and that. And he knew, because I told him.
Kim Larson actually got himself kicked out of the hospital during Kawaira's birth for throwing a tantrum because Currington was on the phone with her new fiancé.
Did you also allow him to sign the birth certificate?
He didn't want to. So he started cussing me out because I was on the phone with the person I'm with now.
No, I was at the hospital.
He got kicked out the hospital. The security guards kicked him out and had to move me to another room because why are you on the phone with him and this is our time and this and that.
You got kicked out the hospital, Mr. Larson?
Yes, he did.
Judge Lake holds the envelope that will change everything. Is the thickness-loving, condom-hating older man Kawaira's father, or was this just a very expensive, messy fling?
It has been determined by this court, Mr. Kim Larson, you are the father. Do you remember Mr. Johnson moving away?
No.
So when he's saying he was gone from April 17th until when Jace was born, that's not true?
No, it's not.
What is your testimony?
It's not at all because we had sex on his birthday.
And when is that?
April 30th.
Impossible.
And we had sex every day after that, and the last day we had sex was May 10th.
Ms. Wilson is a wreck, tearfully stating Mr. Johnson, father of her 4-year-old Jace, has done nothing for him, abandoning her since day one.
I've had my son for 4 years doing it all by myself since day one. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
It's hard to look at help.
Take your time. I know it's difficult. You've had him by yourself. No help. He's 4.
I have been struggling.
Mr. Johnson's ice-cold defense? He's 100% certain he's not Jace's dad because Ms. Wilson was still totally hung up on her ex when they first hooked up.
Mr. Johnson, you say you know 100% you're not the biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you have not done anything to help Ms. Wilson raise Jace?
No, Your Honor. Okay, first of all, when I got with Quadonna, she was dealing with her ex still, and he was still in the picture.
No, I wasn't.
So
the Missouri alibi bombshell. Johnson swears he was living in a whole other state when Jace was conceived, even presenting a calendar claiming a 10+ month pregnancy if it's his.
Why? Because, Your Honor, as I stated before, she was still involved with her ex. He was still in the picture. My son clearly looks like her ex. I contracted my story from my calculations. I was not even there when he was conceived.
Yes, he was.
Impossible.
You're saying you weren't even there when the baby was conceived?
No, it was not. I was living in Missouri.
Her fiery counterattack. Wilson insists he never moved away. and little Jace was actually conceived during a steamy week of unprotected encounters right around his birthday.
Miss Wilson, do you remember Mr. Johnson moving away?
No.
So when he's saying he was gone from April 17th until when Jace was born, that's not true?
No, it's not.
What is your testimony?
It's not at all, because we had sex on his birthday.
And when is that?
April 30th.
Impossible.
And we had sex every day after that, and the last day we had sex was May 10th.
Were they baby planning or not? She tearfully claims they were actively trying for a baby and even planning marriage. He flatly denies any such romantic notions ever happened.
Before then, we had been trying to have a baby. December of 2012, he spent Christmas with his other kids at my house. During that time, when I finally moved into my apartment, which was March 1st of 2013, and he was there with me. We were doing it all the time because we planned on having a son. We was talking about getting married. I was like, well, I don't want to get married until we have the baby because I want to lose weight and fit in my dress.
She claims that after she joyfully announced the pregnancy, he completely ghosted her for 2 years. He retorts that she actually told him to get lost after a huge argument.
Just disappear, and I hadn't seen him no more after June 4th for 2 years.
So once you tell him you're pregnant, he never shows back up?
Nope.
No.
You didn't even want to see the baby?
No, Your Honor. I stopped communication with her because she told me she didn't want me to have it. We got into it
That
over the
is a
phone.
lie. No.
And she told me on the phone,
No.
well, since this is not working, then you don't have to be in our life at all like that, getting all loud with me. So I hung up on her. That's what I do.
The dramatic laundromat showdown. Johnson says the first time he ever saw 2-year-old Jace was at a laundromat, only to see the boy allegedly run to Wilson's EX yelling, "Daddy, Daddy."
My mom was talking to me, and you know how some mothers are, they put pressure on sons like, well, son, he look.
They tell you to do the right thing.
At this point, I'm going to meet her at the laundromat with the child. I took the child to my cousin's house, so she was like, well, he does look like you, cuz, she's older. So, and as I proceeded to take him back to the laundromat, I pulled up, I'm not even there 10 minutes. Here comes the ex.
Mr. Johnson then accuses Wilson of spending suspicious, long hours, burning DVDs at her ex's house multiple times a week, right before Jace's conception.
Actually, I'm glad you asked me that. She would go visit her ex 2 to 3 times a week, and spend long hours over there. But as she quote unquote says, we're burning DVDs. Now, if you're leaving our house at 12 o'clock, you come back at 8, come on now. Y'all burning more than DVDs.
Judge Lake holds that fateful envelope. Is Mr. Johnson's ironclad Missouri alibi actually legit, or is he about to become a very reluctant and very late father to Jace?
It has been determined by this court. Are the father.
What's up,